Great day, family. It's the Mound Builder. Happy Mound Building Monday, and I trust that your Mound Building Monday is going exceptionally well. Today, I'm going to talk briefly about leadership. I'm hearing a lot from people that this is a time where there is an absence of leadership, or we don't have the type of leadership that we had before. There's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and he says, "Do not follow where the path may lead. Instead, go where there is no path and leave a trail." That message is very much a message for us in this time cycle, because the leadership that we want to be focused on right now is the leader of one, the leadership of one, and that one person is ourselves. There's another quote that talks about following, and it says, "In order to be a good leader, you must first be a good follower." That is true if you intend to lead based on the example of the person that you followed while they were leading. If you're blazing a new trail, that is not necessarily true. A lot of times we take quotes and we say them over and over, and logically they sound correct and they vibe with us a certain type of way. But when we really begin to think about it and put a little bit of thought equity into what has been uttered, we actually get a deeper understanding when we put it into the inner lab. And that's what I encourage people to do, and not just constantly quote things over and over without turning it over in their mind a couple of times and really begin to understand what it means and how it can be applied in the best possible way in their own lives. So, fellowship of a certain type of leadership often ends up being the repeat of the leadership that is going out. We're not interested in repeating the same cycle, the same leadership style, and entertaining and having the same results that that leadership has produced. We're really into blazing a new path and creating something new, creating something different so that we can arrive at a different place. When we lead, the spirit of resolution and the spirit of leadership must have the spirit of resolution in it. And what that means is we have to lead from the end. The end is the end result that we're trying to get to. So with that in mind, that's the way that we're supposed to lead. And we're supposed to make a beeline to that end result so that we get there as quickly, as safely, as ethically as possible. That's the way that we want to lead. And that's called our spirit of resolution in leadership. So as we walk and travail on our path of purpose, it's important for us to understand that when we lead and how we lead matters. And the way that we lead is not necessarily based on previous examples, because that time cycle is over and it's really time for us to create something new. We've had great leadership, but that leadership has somewhat spoiled us because we've left a lot of the heavy lifting to those great leaders. And we sat by and did nothing or did very little while they went out and did the work, and we kind of followed along. Now, since that has been removed, that's an indication that it's time for us to be our own leaders. It's interesting because when I speak to people, counsel people, do classes, etc., no class is ever done without the intent of the person mastering what it is that they're being taught. I don't give information, consultation, or what have you so that people can follow me. The information, the consultations that I give is so that people can be leaders And once that spark is ignited within them, then they don't have to follow me or anybody else anymore. They're being led by the same spirit, the same source, the same energy that leads us all. So it's not about personality worship or people following. It's about following the divine that is within us. And that's the real leadership that we need to be tuned into right now. That's the leadership of one that we want to be focused on. So, with that in mind, blaze a trail in the path that you want to go on to the destination that you want to arrive at. Get there as quickly, as efficiently as possible, and don't necessarily lean on previous examples of those who have come before you, because we're in a new time and we're seeking new results, and we're the ones that's going to get us there.